Real simple video how to properly clean your motorcycle helmet. So got two here, one that's from 2016, so older helmet, and one that was just bought last year, just come back from a ride, so they're in need of some decent cleaning. You're gonna need warm water, lots of cleaning stuff, baby shampoo. We'll get to this later, which is a lubricant for the silicone. Give you a screwdriver just to help you pry stuff off. Some brushes and some Q-tips. You've got comm systems. Pop out your comms. Make sure you get pretty much all the components off. Pop these out. So this one, and pop the comms off. Salt and pepper. Hold it. Nothing fancy. It's baby shampoo in really hot water. Soak in. And then I've let this sit for a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna go take it to a tub, just wash it out with clean water. Basically, after rinsing it out, I think we will maybe put it out in the sun. So we will put them out in the sun. Fancy, just some clips so that they don't fall. So while we have stuff drying, come back to our helmet itself. So that warm water basically should have helped loosen up some of the grime. Just go ahead, give it a good wipe down. Get every part of it. Next, you want to make sure you get a nice dry towel. Get all of that off. Make sure you don't leave any water, especially in the little nooks and crannies. As far as the inside of the helmet is concerned, I wouldn't really try any water inside. You don't want to get moisture into the foam and basically your protective stuff, but this is a good time to actually just have a look, make sure everything looks to be in order. You know, you don't want anything that's compromised in terms of the structures, especially for older helmets. I just use a dry cloth to just wipe down any areas. Just make sure there's no debris or anything like that in there. Now that the helmets should be pretty nice and dry and hopefully clean. After that, let's see if we can get a little bit close up. Yeah. Looks pretty decent. This is where the little brushes come in. Okay. So what you want to make sure is just, now you don't want to get fancy with these vents. Some of them can be quite delicate. All you want to do is just make sure that you take the time, soft bristle brush. Just make sure there's no debris, nothing clogging up your vents. Same thing up here. You know, so it's vent closed, vent open. On the Shark, sometimes these, this is the visor slider. So you can see that's what, so if you pop down the dark shades, since that mechanism's right on top, it can collect a bit of dirt and make it a little rough to use. With modular helmets, you also got to just make sure your hinge mechanism, like in this case, is also pinned down. If you have a comm system, you know, again, you just want to make sure that the contacts especially are nice and clean. If you think it's been exposed to the elements or doesn't appear to be particularly clean, you could use some contact cleaner, just spray it on there a little bit and just make sure that's okay, because the last thing you want is your comm system stop working on a ride. Now that that's all done, comes this tiny little bottle that usually ships with some helmets. So essentially it's silicone lubricant. The idea is you just use a little bit of it to make sure that all of your seals, which can dry out from the heat and time, stay lubricated. And what that makes sure is that the seals itself stay nice and plush, thereby making sure that you get a decent seal and that they don't dry rot and get damaged. So all you gotta do, dip a little Q-tip and then just run it along, apply a little bit of lubricant. Right? You don't have to go crazy with it, just a little bit, just to make sure that that can soak in and keep your seals in good condition. There you go. After getting it all lubed up, the Q-tips really help to get in between these spaces. Yeah. Once your pads and stuff are done, you just put them back in. And yeah, that should take care and make sure your helmet's in pretty decent condition. Like I said, just don't use anything other than hot water, baby shampoo, just to clean your helmet itself. Good idea to get some silicone lubricant. You don't have to necessarily get it from the helmet. I think even just regular silicone lubricant will help, just to keep those seals in good, healthy condition. Use soft brushes to get out all the little areas that you can't get to. Don't use anything other than just a cloth to clean the inside and inspect the inside of your helmets. And yeah, you should be good to go. Ideal that you do this either right before going on the trip or immediately after, I'd suggest, because I think most people would forget to clean their helmets before going on the trip. Yeah, safe riding.